In my view, she represents everything that's wrong about our relationship with food in this country.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're looking at the most obnoxious clips and controversies from popular chefs.
Are you that much of a pleb?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. Too much salt.
She doesn't like it. Well, she doesn't know what to say.
Gordon's in Greece making salsa verde for the locals, which already raises a few questions. After all, salsa verde is a Mexican sauce made of tomatillo and chili peppers. It's not particularly Greek, nor would you expect Greek home cooks to be that familiar with it. But that familiarity, or lack thereof, hardly matters when the food tastes terrible.
You have put so much salt inside.
Oh, wow, Fred. That's it?
Today, there is one thing that we all learned. Even gods can make mistakes.
Gordon's proud of it, especially since it's utilizing local capers grown in Santorini. But she hated it, saying it had far too much salt. He's forced to apologize and tries to add some other ingredients like lemon juice to counteract the saltiness, while Gino and Fred make fun of him.
Don't worry about it. Oh my God, you poisoned this poor woman. Leave her alone.
I underestimated the saltiness of the Santorini capers.
Number 9. Jerk rice.
And my hands are starting to burn.
That's the Scotch bonnet, baby.
In 2018, Jamie Oliver was in hot water over his punchy jerk rice, a microwavable rice pouch using the jerk name but none of the jerk flavor. As was painstakingly explained by Levi Roots and Rusty Lee, jerk is a very specific type of marinade made from allspice and Scotch bonnet peppers, cooked in Jamaica for hundreds of years.
You wouldn't have a jerk rice in Jamaica. You'd have a jerk flavored rice. So you can have your jerk seasoning and you can put that on the rice.
Jamie's jerk rice, however, was primarily made of chili, aubergines, and beans. He was widely accused of culturally appropriating the jerk name to try and sell rice that had nothing to do with Caribbean cooking. Oliver claimed it was merely meant to draw inspiration from jerk spice. This was years after Levi Roots had personally taught Oliver how to make it.
I think he hasn't done his research. And he also has forgotten that I actually taught him how to cook.
I saw that.
Number 8. Botox.
Good morning. Nice to see you guys.
Nice to have you in our country. Gee, you cause a stir out there, literally.
Yeah, I didn't mean it, actually. Unfortunately, it's not me, it's unfortunately the Muppets I've got to work with.
In this infamous interview, Gordon was down under talking to the hosts of Today live from a food and wine festival in Sydney. Soon enough, the conversation turned to swearing when a bit of foul language slipped out. While Ramsay's a known quantity, 8 o'clock in the morning is definitely still too early for this.
You haven't even been here 24 hours, but you're featuring very large. I don't know if you're aware there's an inquiry going on at the moment into swearing on television. Something.
Oh, really?
He advises Australian viewers to change the channel if they don't like his language, but eventually gets tired of their questions when they start asking him about Botox.
Do you actually think I've had Botox? Do you think I need my money back? I mean, are you stupid?
I must say, you look so fit and healthy.
Apparently, it had been circulating in the tabloids that he'd gone to America and had some work done, and try as they might, they couldn't get him to stop swearing. Number 7. Remixed full English.
First, I'm liberating the beans from that sugary tomato sauce.
It must be so easy to eat fresh, healthy food when you're an aristocrat with your own farm and an enormous property.
It's these beautiful fresh tomatoes that are really going to give this dish a lift and make it look elegant as well as taste delicious.
In typical Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall fashion, he devoted one segment of River Cottage to telling us that we were making our full Englishes wrong, coming up with a new, worse way to cook one. His first mistake was removing sausages and mushrooms, but then he took the sauce off the beans and layered the plate with fresh tomatoes, which he didn't even fry.
Bring together the bacon and the beans with a splash of the mustardy dressing and then lay them over the thinly sliced tomatoes.
Yes, we're sure this is healthier, with small servings of lardons and croutons, but is it a full English? There weren't even any eggs.
And there you have it, the perfect summer brunch. A full English breakfast salad.
Number 6. Edible skeleton. Even more deranged than Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall, a man who ate placenta on one of his programs is Heston Blumenthal.
Finally, recording the surf and turf origins of my monster, I put a marrowbone and anchovy filling into my skeleton's limbs.
The king of weird food for a few years in the 2000s, Heston made his name by cooking things you'd never even heard of in ways you couldn't imagine. In this episode of Heston's Feasts, he was preparing a gothic-themed evening complete with a main course inspired by Frankenstein's monster, which he served on a replica human skeleton.
What will my guests make of the anchovy and marrow-filled bones, heart of palm backbone, delicious tender beef short ribs, and brain fritters?
While most of it was actually relatively normal for Heston, like serving beef ribs in place of human ones, the presentation was predictably obnoxious, as was serving pulverized, deep-fried calf brains inside a skull.
You've got some thigh,
beef,
you've got some spine,
beef,
and you've got some rib.
Number 5. Eating a rat.
I'm gonna have a rat tonight. I'm not even kidding.
Gino D'Acampo was king of the jungle this year, so clearly the public hadn't turned against him, but the Australian authorities definitely had. After struggling to feel nourished on an all-rice diet, the celebs, ring-led by Gino and Stuart Manning, caught, killed, and cooked up a wild rat in a risotto.
Would you roast
No,
rat?
I fillet it and put into the risotto.
Are you up for that? Because, I mean...
The show was lambasted for not intervening, with ITV apparently choosing must-see television over animal welfare, and the RSPCA got involved and tried to prosecute D'Acampo for his antics. They were ultimately only charged, not prosecuted, while ITV was fined. Plenty of British charities were also outraged by the incident.
It's very good.
Is it?
Oh, God, good.
Tastes nice.
Number 4. The public.
I'll tell you something, you're very nice, actually. Very different to what I expected.
Really?
Yeah.
The Naked Chef was public enemy number 1 for a while in the noughties by going after unhealthy kids' food without offering affordable alternatives for people who don't have the money or, crucially, time to cook everything from scratch. In this clip, Jamie went up against his nemesis, Julie Critchlow, who rebelled against his revamped school dinners.
I would like an apology off you for calling me a big fat scrubber on Top Gear.
Did I call you that?
Yes, sure did.
She was surprised when, upon meeting him, he was more polite than anticipated, but still made him apologize for insulting her during an appearance on Top Gear.
I mean, sometimes you can be a bit pompous. You really can.
Perhaps Jamie should rethink the way he comes across if people's first reaction to meeting him is always that he's not as much of an arsehole as they expected. Number 3. Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. And I think the very best fish to make fish and chips with is turbot.
Marco Pierre White has a complicated history with fish and chips. There's the infamous tale of him charging a cocky customer £25 for fresh, hand-cut chips after he ordered them off-menu at one of White's restaurants. But there's also this bizarre recipe.
God, I always wanted to work in a chip shop.
Celebrity chefs love putting a new spin on fish and chips and charging a fortune, and in this clip, White decided to use fresh turbots. He then made an eggless beer batter and showed off those handcrafted chips again.
Drain, let them cool, but then fry them again at 130 degrees Celsius. And that's how you get the perfect chip. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside.
He was livid about people not making chips properly, and then insisted that working in a chippy is his dream job. By the end of the clip, he was irate.
If I had a chip shop, I'd bring all the guests down to the chip shop for the Great British Feast. Trust me.
Number 2. Fried egg.
You order off a menu and you get in there and you tell them that and stop playing with my nuts.
Another case of a customer trying to order off menu. In this clip from the first series of Hell's Kitchen, Gordon Ramsay came up against a demanding celebrity guest, comedian Vic Reeves.
I very politely told you I am not here to cook you a fried egg. Right now, we're in the middle of service. You're obviously on a professional piss take. No, I'm not. Yeah.
Reeves turned up and ordered 2 fried eggs, which the waiter then had to tell Gordon about. Reeves then comes up to argue with Ramsay, who wasn't anywhere near as famous in 2004 as he is now, utterly unfazed.
I don't really fancy anything else on the menu, so I'm kindly asking if I can have a couple of fried eggs.
I'm really busy and kindly telling you no.
All right.
It's exactly what you'd expect from Reeves, insisting that egg on toast is simple enough to throw together. While it's always rude to order off the menu, it's impossible not to be amused by Reeves' prank, especially when Gordon apologizes.
Could you tell Gordon I accept his apology? And if anyone can cook me a brilliant fried egg,
Number 1. Chicken nuggets.
Thankfully, chicken nuggets in this country are not made this way. But it's still an experiment.
Yes, it's more Jamie Oliver, but you can't tell us that you're surprised. In this legendary clip from his American program, Food Revolution, he presented a group of primary school-aged children with his chicken nuggets recipe, then challenged them on whether they still want to eat it.
Some of the processed foods that you love are made from the bits you don't like. Bone, all the connective tissues, little bits of bone marrow and stuff like that.
As we all know, the kids were totally unfazed by the ground-up gristle, and so was the audience, pointing out that it's a great way to avoid food waste if you've already used all the better cuts of meat. Years on, and he's still not managed to put people off chicken nuggets, nor has he beaten the relentless allegations of classism.
Now, who would still eat this? Great. So there you go. The whole experiment failed.
Let us know in the comments whether you make your own chicken nuggets.